I don't know what to do. The video is just going to get brighter and then it's going to get darker. I just can't control the sun at this point in life. I've tried and I've failed. I'm working on it, but that's just what it is. So if the lighting's bad and I just completely disappear altogether, I'm so sorry. My last appointment, I went to have the titanium bar try-in. And for those of you, there it is, hey. For those of you who don't know what the titanium bar is and what it does, it's like the substructure of my bridges. It goes inside of the acrylic. So it's not like it's exposed or anything. You can't see it. It's literally set in the acrylic. And it just reinforces them. It adds extra strength and, it stabilizes everything. That's the whole purpose of it being there, because when you lose your teeth, you lose your bite force. But when you get implants, you get it back. And you could really snap something in there. You could break them in half if you don't have something that's going to absorb that shock or whatever. And another thing is that when you have your natural teeth, and I hope I don't lose anybody, you got all these nerves or whatnot that are, all around your teeth. And there's this thing called, I'm going to sound really bad here, I think it's proprioception is what it's called. And it's basically your ability to judge where something is, like in relation to your teeth, and how much pressure to apply to specific things. Like, for instance, you're going to bite into an apple a lot differently than you bite into a piece of bread. And it's almost instinctively. That's how fast it happens. But when you lose your teeth, you lose that. And so even, with implants, you don't really have that ability like you did when you had your natural teeth. And so, considering the fact that your bite force is so strong with the implants, you could bite into a piece of bread like you're biting onto a cinder block, and you could just really mess things up. So that's something to consider when you're selecting teeth and things like that. But the titanium bar is going to help, evenly distribute all the pressure and kind of absorb the shock from everyday things that you do with your teeth, eating, basically. So that's what it was. That's what I tried in, and it is amazing. I don't know how into that you guys are, but if you want to, you can check out my Instagram and find me over there. It's CallanJax is my username. And if you scroll down a little bit, you will get to a few videos of me very clearly smelling at the dentist office. Those are videos. And then I have a picture of Dr. Martin holding that titanium bar. And like he said, it's very robust. It's very impressive. I don't really get into the technical side that much, maybe a little more so for research for my videos, but, it's just, are the teeth going to look good? Are they going to function good? That type of thing. But that bar looks amazing. Tom Wade made it. He's a tech out in Texas, I believe. He did it using computer software. Like, they had taken all the measurements and whatnot, and then he designed this bar and had it cut out, according to the measurements and whatnot, and that's going to go in my new bridges, and it looks really freaking cool. It really does. So you can see that over there on my Instagram, and it fit very well. No problems there. And then again, I had a final wax try-in, because, I'm looking for something wrong, and there's just nothing wrong. They look so great. Don Yancey just did such an awesome job, and I got to see him, as well as the other master technicians over there teaching a class on how to make dentures. And the craftsmanship is just, it's like an art form. They really take the extra time and care to, work out all the details and add little bits of character. And that's what he did for my new set of bridges that I'll be getting. They should be delivered next week. He'll be shipping them to Dr. Martin next week. So I'm thinking that my appointment to actually get the bridges will be like week after next. Sometime in the next couple of weeks, I'll be getting those bridges. And I can't wait. And when I get them, I will be doing a video getting all, into what the differences are between those and these. And, I'm going to reiterate, there's nothing wrong with what I have. They look great, they function well, but it's just the difference in quality. Kind of like I drive an Acadia and my sister drives BMW, and they're just not going to run the same. And that's life. Everything has different levels of quality. And so it wasn't like I was not satisfied with what I have, but if a company's offering to give me something even better, why am I not going to take that, you know? And also, I do videos on YouTube. In taking those, I get to show you guys what the difference is, because some of you might actually want to buy something like what I'll be getting, and I'll be able to explain all of the pros and cons with those and with these and anything else that you can get. So y'all keep watching out for that update. Now, I get a lot of messages and comments from people who go overseas or to Mexico to get their implants. And a lot of people have had really good, experiences with that. They've saved a lot of money. I mean, implants here in the US are just ridiculously expensive in comparison to, well, don't run out of space right now, to other countries where you can get them for fractions of the cost. It's crazy. And so I totally get it. I've never done that, so I can't say, oh, well, is that a good idea? I don't know, because I haven't done that. But Dr. Martin did bring up something that I had never even considered. So, as with everything else in life, you've got different levels of quality in implants also. What I have, as far as my implants, that Dr. Golpa in Las Vegas placed, is the Nobel Biocare All-on-4 system. And they are a very reputable company. They've been in business for a long time. This whole system is ADA, ADA approved, and it's scientifically backed. This company is not going to be going out of business next week. So, I mean, they're there. They're reliable. You need to consider that, because there's different brands that you can get when it comes to implants. And a lot of the times, the ways that they're cutting costs is that they're using off-brand implants and different kinds of systems that we don't typically use here in the US. And the problem with that is that while they might function well, you're getting your money's worth, if dentists aren't using that over here, they're not to be able to fix them if something goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, in order for Dr. Martin to take these bridges off, there's a very specific set of tools that he needs to use in order just to get those $30 screws out of there. He can't, it's not like he can just go in his tool shed and just grab like a ratchet or something. It's not that simple. There's specific tools for different, systems out there. So if I go to a dentist and they're not familiar with Nobel Biocare, they're not to be able to get these off. And that's just what it is. And so people are getting these, implant systems, and they don't know what brand they are. They don't know where they came from. And then something goes wrong when they're back here in the United States, and they think that they can just go to any old dentist and say, hey, I think that there's an implant failing. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I can't identify that. I don't know what you've got in there. He even said that there's like a website that's whatimplantisthis.com or something like that, where you have to kind of like troubleshoot and identify these implants in order to fix them, to get in contact with the company that manufactures them, so you can order, whatever parts you need or whatever tools you might need in order to fix them. I mean, it's a lot more involved than just having a drawer of implants. So that's something that you definitely need to take into consideration. And my husband knows I'm making a video, and he's calling my phone anyways. So, also, it becomes a liability for the dentist. Whenever a dentist works on your mouth and you've got somebody else's work in there, he is now assuming responsibility for that work. And so if he messes something up, because things happen, it's not like they intentionally do this. Sometimes things go south, and if something goes south under his watch, he's now pretty much liable for it. And what if he can't get a hold of the company? Like, what if he has no idea how to fix this? It's just, you got to consider that. When you're getting implants, whether you're getting them here or you're getting them overseas or in Mexico, you need to know what kind of implants they are, and at least somewhat familiarize yourself with the company that manufactures those implants, so that you know that you're going to be able to get continued maintenance care for what you've invested in. Whether it's, $50,000 or $20,000, it's money. It's your money. It's your investment. You need to know what you're getting put in your mouth. And make sure that, like, Nobel Biocare is known all over. I know that I'm not going to have a problem if something goes wrong finding a dentist who's going to be able to work on what I have. So that's something that helps me sleep better at night, So I just wanted to share that with you guys because honestly, I had never even considered that ever until my last appointment. And it makes a lot of sense. And I'm not trying to scare people into not going overseas to get work done or not going to Mexico. I'm just saying if you do, know what you're getting, know exactly what you're getting, what materials are they using, what company manufactures them, are they credible, that sort of thing. So, I hope that all of this was useful information. I cannot wait to get my bridges. Like, when I say I can't wait, I mean I literally cannot wait. I wanted them like months ago, and I'm going to have them in my possession very soon, and I will get to show you all the difference in, what they look like compared to these and how they function and everything like that, and be able to answer a lot more questions when I actually have them. So keep looking out for that video, and there's also another little special thing that I'll be sharing with you guys on that next video. So, you guys take care.